So we retreated once again across the vineyards, because we're trying to find out what's going on with the noise we're hearing in the cemetery. There's a few moments of cemetery stuff, so it's a little confusing. So just so you know, we're talking about the side quest where the guy didn't seem to be able to sleep and there's been a ruckus or something. Not the important main story character that wants to also meet me in a different cemetery, as far as I can tell. I'm trying to focus on some side quests for now. Seems like a reasonable thing to do. I really thought I was closer. That's gotta be the cemetery though, right? Yeah. I mean, obviously, but surely it's attached. He's gotta be in here somewhere. Wow, a lot of dead people around here. They really do need a Witcher. And also immortality. Minor details. Does it loop around? Is there even more cemetery over here? Oop. That's a surprisingly light iron gate. Oh, it's a poor townsman. I'm not giving him any money. He's gonna stay that way. Goodbye. There's a grave digger. Well, if anyone's gonna know what's going on around here, it might be him.
I might want to look around anyway.
Nope. He's just making remarks. Alright. People are sad. Surprise. It's a cemetery. Graveyard. Oh, there it is. I was seeing something on my map. I'm like, what am I finding?
Tracks.
Really? Somebody walked in a cemetery. Well, we better catch them. We don't want them getting away with that. Oh. Can I lock on? Ah. Camera.
Trampled grass and bloomers. Not the kind of moaning he meant, though.
Oh. Or is it? Maybe they're just really loud and the acoustics on that wall just send it going off for days. Alright. Some kind of ruckus around here. Oh, hello. That's not supposed to happen.
Graves dug up. Thing is, grave robbers don't usually wail and moan that much.
Maybe it got infected. Maybe he hit himself on the toe. Maybe the person buried in there was still alive. Nah, I don't know. I don't know. Just looking around for details. Are these open? Figuratively. Or, actually, they do literally open, just not for me. Oh, what do we have?
Empty wine bottles. Leftovers. Big to do? Not likely.
Well, fine. I didn't want to solve a
Lots of
mystery
tracks.
anyway.
Not much I can glean from them, though.
Oop. A little bit.
Gotta come back after dark. Smashed padlock. Someone broke in.
Well, the smashed padlock probably gives me some kind of indication of what was going on with the gravediggers. That's probably how they got in. Ooh, are we gonna go down under? If they are suggesting we should wait until nighttime too. Maybe I'll find something interesting in here. Ooh, are those enemies? Wow, dangerous cemetery, huh? Not part of my current goal though. Let's hang out for a little while. Maybe find a nice little place to meditate. Witches are so disciplined, they can just meditate wherever they feel. I'm so impressed with their demeanor. Alright. Let's get murdered by ghosts. Oh.
Damn it. More fighting. Noises coming from the catacombs, it seems.
Oh, so it's coming from exactly where those enemies were showing up. So I suspect if I just went straight down there, that would have been my objective right off the bat.
Noises coming from here.
That's not Quen. Made a mistake. There we go. Who's making a ruckus down here? Oh, I'm hearing ruckus. Oh, grave robbers. Oh, they're level 2. That's adorable. Oh my god. So sorry. Not really sorry. They're exploding.
Might be noisy, but doubt they're the source of the sounds in question.
That was utterly adorable. Like, we're gonna get you, and I'm just like, boom! They all explode. That's alright. That's the mod I got last time I played, huh? Is that now my weapons explode? I mean, my sign murders explode. Orders from Robin. That foolish flatulence fluffer Bruce has tried to cheat us again, but he won't get away with it this time. Take a pickaxe and a shovel, and pay our dearly departed boss a visit. Her kitty face was so hideous to look at even when she was alive, so the very thought of looking at it now that she's dead gives me the bloody runs. Take the jewels, pearls, and other valuables nibbling Bruce tossed in her grave. Oh, and if you see the milksop hanging around the cemetery, break his neck. Robin. P.S. Apparently ever since Selena's death, that kid's been moping near Olimer's cemetery, howling at the moon. If I know life, and I do, he's got with him the key to the chest we buried with that bitch. Perhaps we could end his suffering by ending his miserable life at the lake. If he hasn't drowned himself already, that is. They're planning on killing him in the lake, and they're saying that this guy's howling at the moon. So maybe that's what the sound is. Last exploits of Selena's gang. I'll get to that soon, I think. Let's follow up on what's going on here. What's down here? Key required. Oh! There's a bunch of swords just hanging out, as you do. Alright, maybe I do want to follow up on Selena's gang then if we want to open that up, which might be what's going on here. Let's not start robbing every grave around here quite yet. Let's find the source of the noise. And what's down there? Another source of light, but I don't think that's where we're trying to go. Search the crypt with your Witcher senses. Where is that trying to head back to? Oh, no, it loops around here. Got mixed up. I think that other direction's actually where might have been where I came from. Or did I come from over here? Is it telling me to go back to the... I got turned around. Is it telling me to go back to the surface right now? I don't think so, no.
So strange. Doesn't look anything like a grave hag's lair either.
This is where we think all the noise is coming from.
Gold. Can't be grave robbers. None worth their salt would have left this.
That would have been odd behavior.
Louis de Corentin. Died on the day of Saint Zoetham's remembrance. Noises started right around then. Pretty fresh. Funeral wasn't too long ago.
So that would indicate this is probably the source of the noise. If it's been happening ever since the death of the person in here.
Here lies Margot de Corentin.
What's their relationship? Or specifically, like, what if they're yelling at each other?
As if someone threw it against the wall. No sign of monsters or grave robbers. Bit of a mess, that's all. Maybe this isn't the spot after all. Strange.
Ha ha. Alright, so what if these were... I'm blanking on the name a little bit of the first one, but if they were a married couple, I'm kind of wondering... Partly because it says, till death do you part. I'm wondering if like they buried a married couple together, but maybe they're related to their death was them bickering, and now they're just bickering in eternity and throwing stuff at each other and keeping a fuss, being noisy neighbors of a couple that can't get along. That'd be amusing anyway.
Noise is clearly coming from that tomb. Impossible.
Yep, it is coming from right back inside that tomb. Oops, getting stuck. I think I just guessed it, especially since they called the quest Till Death Do You Part. That kind of gives it away a little more, because it sounds like wedding vows. I think they're an undead couple squabbling.
Something's not right. Need to hide, see how things play out.
That's easy. Just head right over here. If I can highlight this little X on the floor.
Behind this statue, maybe?
Come on. Come on.
You'd rather lie about all day, flipping those cards like some dwarf. Disgusting.
Indeed. Far better to stand at the door of Lepioda's temple, mumbling prayers from dawn till dusk.
Ingrate, I prayed for you, that you would cast off the yoke of gambling.
Fine job you did of it. Seems the gods had also heard enough of your cackling. And you? Why are you here? This is a private conversation.
What's this argument about, anyway?
Sod off! Not your concern.
Could help you resolve it.
I know not your name, but you must help me. I refuse to spend eternity at the side of this heathen. Remove him from my crypt at once!
Slow down. What's the problem?
This is my crypt, and this saintly shrew harangues me even in death. An eternity of nagging for misery.
I was blind and a fool to marry him. He's a slave to the cards, prepared to wager his own child on a round of Gwent.
Once, damn it, and as a jest. How many times must I explain? And who sank our fortune into some silly statue of Lebioda?
Piety. That was my cause. The prophet immortalized would have transformed this land of blasphemy and betting. How was I to know it was all a fraud?
Because I warned you some 500 times!
Quiet! Shut up, both of you! Who does the crypt belong to, rightfully?
Must you ask? It's mine. My family's. The de Corentins. Are you illiterate?
True. But my dowry served to repurchase it from those you owed.
Look, if there's to be peace and quiet here, one of you's gotta go. Need to move one of you out.
Yes. Take him. Please. Do so. And I shall tell you where I hid his lucky Gwent cards.
What? I knew it was you! And now you would evict me from my crypt, then pay for the deed with my cards! Blast it all! Had I those very cards at the tournament in Belhaven, I'd still be alive! It's your fault, you pox incarnate, that they stabbed me to death!
They murdered you for your debts! I had nothing to do with it!
Come, I heed this good book-thumping wench. Mind, I know well where she hid those cards. I'll tell you myself, as soon as you've removed her.
Need to think about it. Alright, gotta move one of them out.
Thus spake the prophet Lepiota. Thou shalt not play for coin.
After which he promptly added, "For you shall have none left for me!"
Heretic, shut your mouth! I shall speak to you no more!
No, no, it is I who shall speak to you no more, you old tart!
I mean, if they just spoke to each other no more, then we wouldn't have a problem, because they wouldn't be making noise. But they gotta go make a mess of things. I gotta be able to get more information and maybe get a proper answer out of who's more of a wrongdoer here, right? Because a little rough to make a decision on so far.
My apologies, but I'm simply not in the mood.
That's not helpful.
I shall speak to no one as long as she is in here. Take her away.
So I just gotta pick one. He owns the place, her money kind of paid for it. I don't know why they're so picky about it. They should just be happy to get away from each other, right? I guess it is I don't know what kind of connection dead people would have to their dead location, so maybe that's not the craziest thing. Blah, blah, blah. I think I'm just gonna side with the woman. Because he was being a scumbag and ruining their family, and that's all I really have to go on. I don't really care who rightfully owns the place that much, and there's not a lot else to make the decision based on. And I gotta move on with my life. I got witchering to do. Urn of Louis de Corentin.
I see you fell for that pious tart's drivel. Drat! Ah, well, then listen. I've a request. Be a good fellow and set me in the chamber of the Gwent Friendship Society of Beauclair. It's just round the corner.
You a member?
That's just it. I was not. But I would have dearly liked to have been, and joining them in death shouldn't bother anyone.
Certainly doesn't bother me. I'll do it. Where's this chamber?
Once you enter the catacombs, go straight. The chamber will be on your right, near the corridor's mouth, and I thank you.
See, kind of works out for everybody. He gets to go be neighbors with Gwent players instead of his ex-wife that hates him.
Deeper in the catacombs. Right, let's go.
It's gotta be an upgrade one way or another. We staying safe around here?
Chamber Louis mentioned. Gotta be.
Down we go. Dramatic staircase around here. This whole place is kind of a mess. Oh, you guys are alive. Are we about to fight? Yeah, we about to fight, ain't we?
You gents also looking for that Gwent club?
What the poking devils? Who are you? Who sent you?
So many questions, so few answers.
Blimey, we're the plumbing philosopher. Get the smarmy cat diddler, lads.
If I only had a crown for every time a bunch like this.
Burn! Alright. Alright. I like the part where they explode now. All this fighting over who gets to be in the right sarcophagi location or chamber or whatever. And at the end of the day, everyone's just gonna get fucking grave robbed. Seriously. Oh wow, look at that. His spine sticking out of his gross... Ew. But like upstairs, there was already a dug up grave, and I already killed another patch of grave robbers. This is my third sighting of grave robbing in current or past tense. In the short while I've been here, they have zero future here.
Right. High time Marco paid up.
I mean, ultimately, someone's just gonna go make coffee out of his ashes is gonna be what happens. After they take all their things and all of their Gwent cards and anything that they held vaguely dear. This place is completely insecure, and the entire town seems to be jam-packed with, just the worst people. That said, to click your reward for solving... Oh, that's the wrong... There we go. Back to the Margot reward, not the main quest reward. But yeah, maybe the fact that I've exploded the crap out of two of the groups of people will scare people off for a while and make this place safer.
Done. Now where you got those cards?
Leave the city through the Cooper's Gate, then veer right. Our house is easily recognized. A tree adorns the sign above the door. I buried the chest in the garden, beneath the rose bush.
Tree on a sign, rose bush. Think I got it.
Might I ask what you did with Louis? True, he knew nothing in life but Gwent, but I would still prefer he not spend eternity in a ditch or privy.
Don't worry about it. Found him a nice place. Ought to feel right at home. Farewell.
Why not just tell her explicitly what happened? Oh well. No direct control there. Alright, search for a house with a tree-shaped crest outside the walls of Houtville. Sure, no big deal. I'm great at navigating things, which is why I just ran into a wall a second ago. Don't worry about me. Hey, buddy. Getting really close to punching that guy in the face. They actually flip out and freak out and run away. That's great. Wow, that's a lot of drunk people running around. Just packs of them. A horde of drunkards. Alright. It took a bit of a jog, but we're finally entering the proximity of the location we're going for. So here's the Cooper's Gate. We made it to the spot they were talking about. Now we're looking for a garden. Gotta be the one right in the center here. Nope. Fine, I'll just hop over it. Take that, joystick. Uncooperative. There we go. That'll take me to the garden. But that's not a... Nope. Oh.
Need to go around.
It's locked. Gonna have to be creative about it. There we go. Ah. Come on, buddy. There we go.
Medallion's humming. Something's not quite right.
No lock can hold me. What is going on around here? Oh. I'm sorry about your entire garden being lit on fire just now. That was not my intention. Oh, hello. That one caught me by surprise a little bit. Oh, whoa. There are a number of things giving me attention right now. Enjoy the fire damage. Oh. I imagine these explode, so I'm not going to get too close to them. Where's the main body? Here we go. Oh, I think I missed him. Ow. Rude. That Quen back up when I get the chance. I see you up there. Nope, out of range. Oh, he was underground. There we go. That'll burn him up. There we go. Oh, I'm about to die. I'm about to die. Haha! Let's go ahead and fix that real quick. Okay. Went a little worse than I was hoping. Oop. We're almost there, though. What kind of oil do you put on yourself to fight plants? Is that one of the, is there an anti-plant oil? Admittedly don't have them all memorized right now. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. That was abrupt. I didn't quite see them pop up around me. It's dark. Alright, let's give this one another go. It's a very strange and confined area to try to do fighting in, admittedly. Where you at? Gonna try to watch out for these pods as best I can. So I kind of thought they were timing based, but I think they might be proximity explosions. These pods that come out of the ground. Not entirely sure. Ow. Rude. Okay. Not appreciating that kind of attention. Roll. Controls are kind of falling apart in this confined space. Here we go. That'll make me a little more comfortable. Oh, he's not shooting anymore. Oh, there it is. What's frustrating about this fight in particular, besides being a confined... Did I hurt him or not? Ah, shit. I'm getting annoyed with this fight already. So it's a confined location, and he's teleporting around constantly. There's sort of attacks I can barely see in all the darkness. But on top of everything else, there's the issue that... Ah, shit. Alright, let's just heal up a little bit. What's annoying is that I seem to randomly lose my lock-on top of everything else. Like, even when he's not teleporting, I'm losing my lock-on constantly. Which leads to a lot of awkward maneuvering going on. Alright. You taking damage? There we go. He's moving again. He moves around really fast. A little hard to see in here, honestly. Come on. Just go down, it's okay. You can just die. Did I miss him? He didn't seem to take damage. Ah. Now he's pissing me off now. Who's your pain in the ass? You wanna top me off a little bit? Oh, he's doing this. He's doing these again. Did I get him? I think I missed him. Did I get him yet? How am I not hitting him? There we go. Arch spores.
The rose bush. Alright.
There's a new one for me. What'd you drop for me? Poison ivy. Monster spores and juices. Here we go. And we're getting...
Just like she said. And the Gwent cards, as promised.
Did I get any cards? I don't see anything here. I don't know. Maybe there was a pop-up that I missed about what cards I got, or maybe I already had the cards? I don't know. Let's go ahead and head back to the guy that gave me the quest. Oop, I see that. The tiniest hint of a new quest. Want to grab that while we're in the proximity before I walk by it and never find it again, for all I know. These games are so packed with side quests that are just in these random locations that you could easily just never find them. I mean, I have memories of like going to Skellige and just wandering around the corner at the wrong moment and like getting tossed in jail and doing an entire quest line that I had like no notice board led me there, and I had no way of knowing it was there. So you gotta grab these while they're in the area, because you'll never know if you'll see them again.
Master Witcher, what luck to happen upon you.
Got work for me? New contract?
Of the contract in question, you acquitted yourself beautifully years past, on your last sojourn in Beauclair. I was in a bit of a bind at the time, do you remember? Yet I swore a solemn vow to pay you in full one day.
Guess it rings a bell.
Sadly, you went on your way before I could settle matters with you. So, I took your coin and placed it in an account for safekeeping.
What kind of account?
A savings account at Cianfanelli Bank. You need but walk in and withdraw. The sum must be rather substantial by now.
Thanks. Head over there first chance I get.
A money opportunity.
Stop by that bank.
And I'm sure there'll be zero complications, especially since it's called Paper Chase. Almost sounds like an opportunity for a tour guide type quest, where it might have me running from bank to follow the history of where the stuff goes in some way. It's like, no, you gotta go over here, actually. No, actually, those guys have your papers, and then they end up having you navigate more or less the entire world. Is he still up here? Everyone in this town is throwing up. At some point, they're not drunks, it's just the plague.
Full of things, now worry not and drink.
Hey there, I'm done. Cemetery ought to be real nice and quiet now.
To sleep in my own bed once more. The clogs has grown intolerably loud. The punters bellow like men possessed. One madman especially, always shouting, "Order in! Order in!" But tell me, at the cemetery, what was it? Beasts, as you claimed?
Nope, just a marital spat.
That's it? But they hollered like skewered polecats. Sorry to bother you with such a trifle. Here, for your trouble.
Thanks.
And we got a reward! And it seems to be the entire reward, so it's not like he didn't like skimp out or anything when I didn't build it up. That said, I'm a little surprised that Geralt didn't try to explain what actually happened and that it was ghosts specifically. He's very light on the details most of the time. What's the Paper Chase quest? There we go. That'll be interesting to follow up on. See how lucky we end up getting. Oop, wrong button. Don't mind me, just got fire. Get out of the way of my fire.